Hey guys, Lucas here from Vintage Surplus, and we're at SHOT Show 2026. And while we were walking around yesterday through the booths, taking a look at everything, I realized something, I'm stuck in the past. I like that surplus gear from 5, 10, 15, 30, even sometimes 70 years ago, way more than I like the modern stuff. So, while being stuck in the past isn't always bad, I had to get myself out of the past. So, I used the future, which is AI. I asked AI, what are the best pouches at SHOT Show 2026? So we're going to take a look at a few of those pouches and compare them to our surplus solutions that we know and love and see, are we actually getting better solutions or just paying for over-complex designs that solve issues we don't really have? So let's head in, check out those pieces of gear.
To get you started, you'll earn $20 in player payback for your first 20 lost. And then we'll keep things going by awarding you $20 in player payback for every $100 of loss.
You can hear her laugh because she knows how shitty it is.
Actually, I had a quick question.
Yeah,
so for the AI, when you Googled it, is it the AI at the top, or did you use like ChatGPT? I'm just curious, where are we getting like Reddit answers right now distilled through?
So I delved through Gemini, and I really kind of worked into that question on multiple iterations, and then was who makes, I told it I love surplus, right?
Okay.
I told it kind of my background. I was I like surplus a lot, but I'm looking to open my eyes to new stuff. So, I'll ask latest and greatest at SHOT Show 2026, who makes the best pouches, and kind of delve from there, work through it. It had some different answers every now and then, but those are the three main pouches that it really kept going back towards. Was everything's got to be super lightweight, got to be super laminate, it's got to be super rugged and all this and that, and it had some good criteria to work off of as far as determining other things. But yeah, it was the AI knew its answers almost immediately, and that was kind of scary. So one of the first pouches that AI told me was one of the ones to look at. What are these perfect, best, modern pouches that I should be looking at to kind of, fix myself being stuck in the past? It was Hey Strategic. Allegedly, according to AI, they have one of the best GP pouches in the form of their Sidekick. So we're going to ask this guy all about the Sidekick pouch. And he's not doing a whole lot of talking. I think this is it. I'm not entirely sure. It may or may not be the pouch, but it looks very reminiscent of another take on the Cry Medium GP pouch, which is a 15-plus-year-old design. So I love that pouch because it's old these days. But it looks fine. It doesn't look like it's made out of laminate, which I enjoy because laminate gives me the ick. But looks like overall good pouch. It might do the trick as the perfect or best GP pouch here at SHOT Show. I don't know. Let me know your opinion. So let's find the next pouch, which I think is going to be a double magazine pouch. Ready? All right. So guys, we're here at Spiritus because AI told me they have the best double mag pouch. So let's see how good it compares to a standard double mag pouch, and if it's worth upgrading to this thing over your standard double mag. So I'll let you take it away, Nathan.
Yeah, for sure. So I think if you're comparing it to the USGI standard mag pouch, right off the rip, apples to oranges, the magazine flap is going to be the biggest thing that people are going to notice as a difference.
Yeah.
So the reason that we have all these cuts and all this geometry in here is that this allows it to be much more accommodating to a wide variety of magazines, and then also too, this acts as a additional retention, because all these little cuts in here, when you really stretch that out, it conforms to whatever is in here.
Okay.
So in terms of actually locking it down, retaining it, this does, in my opinion, does a much better job of actually keeping things secure inside the pouch.
Okay.
With the addition of that as well,
I can
get my assistant here to hold those for me. This flap is also ride height adjustable or removable if you want to run this open top.
Okay.
So in addition with that, retention wise, you've got this bungee on the side here, lets you tighten it up or loosen it up.
Yep.
So magazine footprints, you can go from AR-10 mags to, I believe, 2 AR-10 mags up to 3 M4 mags. You can do AK mags. This will take just a ton of different things, smoke grenades, and then obviously you can run it open top, you can run it closed top.
Okay.
So, realistically speaking, this is definitely going to be much more of a catch-all thing, and just because it has the way that it's sewn.
Yeah.
On the USGIs, they're tapered at the bottom, so you don't get as much real estate. This is going to be able to, once again, accommodate more stuff.
Yep.
Now, I'll say, in fairness, right, price point, you could probably get like 3 USGIs for 1 spud.
Yeah.
But I will say, in the long run, if you're serious about load carriage and you want something that's really going to hold up to a lot of abuse, then this is what I would want to go with.
Okay.
Now, it's just, I think you have to kind of go through the possibilities and just kind of make that decision for yourself. But that would be my sales pitch for why I would pick this over a USGI Mag pouch.
So I got a few questions.
Absolutely.
Mainly, so these flaps, like, they look really neat, but my always concern is, like, it's a bunch of edges, and it's a bunch of edges get caught on stuff, and a bunch of edges to rip and tear. What have y'all seen in durability for that flap? As far as like crawling around the mud, getting the gravel, getting through branches and thick brush, have those been ripping, or is that no?
No.
They're just standing up to everything and anything?
Yep.
Okay.
They've been, if I sat here and just absolutely cranked on this thing crazy style,
Okay.
I'm sure eventually I could get it to fail, but just we're pretty good with our customer service, and people let us Tap Rack, let us know all the time if our stuff has any kind of failures and whatnot.
Okay.
And across the board, we haven't seen anything drastic with the spud pouches.
Okay, cool. My other question would be, in comparison, because it is very universal.
Yes.
So like that loose bag and being able to carry everything, are you seeing like any slop in the pouches compared to like just rattling or like just too loose or anything? Or is that one point of adjustability really kind of taking that up?
Here, I'll show you. So let's say, just one magazine in here right now, kind of loose, right?
Yep.
So I'll just do 2 things here. Tighten up the sides,
Okay.
and then just go
Crank
ahead.
that flap down.
Crank the flap down. Bada bing, bada boom. Not going anywhere.
Okay, yeah, so you can adjust it down. All right, cool. Yeah, because I've looked at these, they're really cool. I mean, it's just always been like, it's so universal. And once you start opening up that, window to like do a lot of things, you always end up losing out on something. So I was kind of looking for what you're, losing out on, to be honest with you. But, as anybody should, I guess,
Yeah.
What is this not going to do for me? But overall, I mean, yeah, it definitely does everything. So I guess what can't it do that a double mag pouch would? Could I, like the old patrol holsters, like shoving a pistol in there, is that going to retain like a pistol?
That's a weird one. At least for me, I'm always kind of hesitant to tell people. So the answer is yes. I've stuffed a handgun in one of these before.
Okay.
I'm a little wary about it though, with just with the trigger guard and everything, and something potentially bumping the trigger. But it is possible. This flap, can really get some really good retention on something. I would say it's going to do pretty much everything that the USGI pouch is going to do, and then a little bit more.
Okay. I mean, I think everything you've talked about kind of proves that. So, all right, cool. Well, I think as we're going through it, it's a good option if you're looking to upgrade and you want a little more versatility, words are hard, this could do it for you. So yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think about this. Is it the best double mag pouch based on this video, or do you think something else is better? So appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, appreciate you talking. Cool. Hey, so I'm here at Blue Force Gear because AI told me that they have the best IFAC pouch, especially in the modern day. And comparing them to surplus options, I got Michael over here to run us through what these are doing and why they're a better option, potentially, than our surplus options. So let's run down.
There's a couple of things that comes in mind when talking IFAC. So I always ask everybody the same question. So I say, hey, what is the best size med pouch or IFAC? What would you say is the best size?
I mean, me personally, I want to carry a full IFAC. I'm going to roll out anywhere, but I see you have a lot of options.
Right, correct. So we have different shapes, sizes, colors, orientations. Reason being is because the best size is actually the one you're willing to carry. Okay. So if you're willing to carry a full-size med kit, great. But most people are like, yeah, I'm just going to put it in my squad car, or I'm going to leave it over here because it's big, it's bulky, I don't want to carry it. Because, hey, we all get it, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain.
Yeah.
Totally get it. But if you're willing to carry our Nano, our smallest one, that's awesome, right? So whatever you can actually utilize and or you're willing to carry, that's the best option no matter what. Carrying something over nothing is the best.
Yeah, no, agree. Carrying something's way better than nothing. So I think when I asked it specifically mentioned either the trauma kit now medium or the micro.
Yeah.
So I do want to touch on those a little more because they're more of the, this is definitely a full-size IFAC. That's
Correct.
A little more compact.
Right.
So seeing these, they're wildly different than a surplus option. The old IFAC buckle pouches, that's vaguely similar to the IFAC 2 the U.S. Army uses. So what makes these, or I guess that one
Different.
particularly, much better?
Yeah, so something about all of our IFACs. So we, like I said, different size, colors, orientations, awesome, great, right? There's something unique about all of our IFACs, and they all share one thing in particular. So no matter what, they're all one-hand pull. So traditionally, if you're going to take, you take an injury, you might have lost a wing. You never know. So we have the blip, which stands for ball loaded index point on it.
Okay.
So you take it, right, and it's already secured to your belt, and you can pull it out.
Okay. Right.
So like this is our micro trauma kit. This is our most popular one. Now with the micro trauma kit, it stands for micro. So you're carrying the smaller chest seals. You're carrying smaller everything. So this one doesn't usually meet the requirements for military because you have to carry full size. So we have different ones for them as well. So again, they're all on a one-hand pull on the blip, and they're on a shingle. So if you notice, when I pull them all out, right, everything is secured down. You have a workplace, almost like a toolbox, right?
Okay. Yep.
And the thing about that is, if you train with your gear, you know everything is. You should be able to do everything you do in the dark.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So if you know and you train with your gear, you're like, okay, I know when I pull out, if the blip's on the left, I should have my chest seals bottom right. Right? So that's how all of our med kits work. They're all a single hand pull, whether it's vertical, horizontal, either which way. So it's something that definitely helps us stand apart, and it's more end user bias, if that makes sense. So that's something about another little tidbit about our product.
So look at this insert. So like on the issued IFACs, the Army, they have that IFAC insert.
Correct.
And that is lanyarded off to the IFAC. Is there an option to lanyard this to IFACs that way the retention's
you absolutely can. We traditionally feel as though you should be able to separate it, because traditionally your IFAC that you carry on you, right, is an individual, right? So really what this is for, it's for you to use on me.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Or me to use on me. So it's not for me to use on you,
Yep.
which is a huge difference when people have that understanding. So if I come up on you and you're injured,
Yep.
you have an IFAC, I should not be pulling from mine. I should be pulling from yours
yeah.
to treat you.
Yep.
So at that point in time, it doesn't matter if it's unsecured, because you're using the components immediately anyways. If you leave the shingle behind or whatever, as long as it saved your life, hey, that's a win, right? We can replace that later.
Yeah.
I can't replace you.
No, yeah, 100%.
So.
Okay. All right, I mean, yeah, that works. Yeah, definitely. I do like this insert. Definitely fits in there real well. So my question is, and I'm going to ask more people this too.
Yeah.
I don't like laminate. And like this laminate materials, I think it's just, like I kind of said, I'm stuck in the past.
Okay.
I like Cordura. I like, feel of nylon, even if it's, not real material.
I got you.
But laminate, my always issue is, durability and repairability.
Absolutely.
So if I rough this up hard in the field, how hard can I rough it up, and can I repair it?
We can talk about that. So we make all of our, pretty much 90% of our products are made out of UltraComp, right?
Okay.
So UltraComp is a proprietary material to Blue Force Gear. Recently, we passed it along to Trelleborg, but the thing is that it's a laser cut two-piece laminate, and it's hydrophobic. So hydrophobic means it retains zero water, right? That's what the hydrophobic means. It's laser cut, and it's the most durable fabric out there. You couldn't rip that if you wanted to. Okay. I would challenge you to try to rip it. I'm not going to, because we need these.
No.
But yeah, it's an amazing product.
Okay.
And the material is just, it's not the material of the future. It's the material of right now. If you're not using the correct materials and the highest strength material, you're behind the curve.
Okay.
So if you're going to rely your life on a medical kit, you probably want it made out of the best materials. And you can do your own research on it.
Yeah.
You can compare and contrast.
Yeah.
I would put any amount of money that this comes back as the best material you'll find on the
Okay.
market.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right, I'll take that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, we're really, really proud of this material at Blue Force Gear.
Gotcha.
We make
Yeah.
the majority of our products out of it.
Yeah. I mean, I see that. Yeah. Because y'all's elastic pouches, when y'all came out with those,
Yeah, 10
huge.
speed is it's a tried and true cornerstone of like tactical gear.
Yeah.
You see them everywhere.
Definitely is. So cool. I don't think I have any further questions. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And,
And I'm glad I could sit down and talk for a minute.
yeah, it was really cool. So I do appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, boss.
Be safe out there.
Yep. All right, so in our quest for the best of the modern tactical gear, chest rig is of course going to get brought up. And AI told me that Velocity Systems makes the best chest rig. Now I've heard that before, the old Mayflower stuff. We went over there. I didn't really see any chest rigs on their racks, and they were very grumpy. So we didn't get to talk to anybody. And they told us not to take pictures of some things. So I don't know. No chest rigs today, guys. All right, hey guys, so to tie up we asked AI what the best pouch is. I got Hop and I got Brass here, and they're gonna give their answers based off the answers we got. Hopefully discuss a little more about pouches and figure out what is the best pouch for your purpose. So AI told me the best double magazine pouch is the Spiritus Spud pouch. So think on that for a second, I guess. AI told me the best GP pouch was the Haley Strategic Sidekick. Unfortunately, we didn't get to talk to anybody. I think we saw it at their booth, but it's a Cry knockoff, essentially, same as everybody else's medium GP. And then we wanted to talk to Velocity Systems, but they were kind of grumpy for the chest rig. And then we talked to Blue Force Gear about an IFAC, because they have some really good IFACs. So we talked to those guys. Blue Force Gear IFACs are the best IFACs. Spirit makes the best double mag pouch. Best GP pouch from Haley, and allegedly the best chest rig is from Velocity Systems. So what is your opinion on that?
That was quite the list. We start with the GP pouch. I think that's the easiest one.
Yeah.
The Spud. The Spud is interesting because it's very useful for some things, but I don't know about. Did they call that the GP pouch or the?
No, the double.
Oh, double mag pouch. I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Retention? Like, what are your criteria for like a good mag pouch?
Well, it doesn't matter. There's only one GP pouch that can have the title of number one, and it's the Eagle saw.
The 100-round saw.
100-round saw pouch. That is, I buy that stuff on eBay, and then you guys came along, and now I buy it from you guys.
Yep.
My favorite pouch ever created. It's beautiful. I love it.
What's your opinion on GP pouches?
I'd have to agree with that one. That's the one that I've got on one of my Velocity Systems rigs. Actually, it's not a real one. It's the Ranger Green, the new production one that you guys have.
Oh, from 3M.
Yeah, because I can never find, if you go on eBay, you can find the Ranger Green ones, but they're like $200 because they won't, I don't know, they didn't make that many or something.
The Ranger Green. I forget you like Ranger Green so much, and it works for your area. So yeah, I would agree with y'all. I do. As far as the surplus and just general GP pouch, those 100-round saws are excellent. All right, cool. What about the double magazine pouch, like the Spirit of Spud? Do you agree that that's the best double mag pouch, or do you think something else is better?
It's a bit weird. I don't know how many people are running double mag single pouches to begin with. That one's also, I don't know. That one's tough. I do like the Blue Alpha one. Not biased at all. Completely. That's. I would never do that to you guys. No. No, but I do like that one because it's like a good mix between the 10-speed pouch or whatever they're called, the
Elastics.
The elastic ones. What is that called? 9-speed, 10-speed?
It's 10-speed.
10-speed.
Yeah, 10-speed.
Okay, when are they coming out with 11-speed? No.
Yeah.
So it's a good mix with that, where it's very flexible and it can run a number of different mags, right? You can shove a PCC mag, and you can shove a rifle mag, and you should shove a handgun mag in. But it's got that backing style. I think a number of companies do it too, like HRT and stuff. So I like that style. So that's I'll go with that one. Not a double mag pouch.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think I'm going with the Eagle Industry style, surplus ones again. If I'm building out a chest rig, so I have to put my own pouches on it, then I'll probably want to go for a double mag pouch, and then I'm going to want to have the flap retention for the double mag, right? If it's a chest rig with built-in magazine pouches, then usually it's going to be a single layer probably, and it's going to just have bungee retention. That's a Velocity Systems quad, hybrid quad, I think is what I have.
Okay.
And that's totally fine. But yeah, double magazine pouches, I don't even know what a Spud looks like. I've also seen a lot of, maybe it's Onward Research or something, a lot of them were they're putting bungee cords and all that stuff on the outside, and that just looks like a lot of stuff to get tangled in, so I'm not really sure what the point of that is. Classic Eagle Industries has just that little bit of squeeze on the side, so when you take one mag out, the second mag stays in.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue too hard on that one. The Spud is it's got a lot of optimization to do a lot of things. It's very universal, and I brought that up when I was talking to him. Hopefully I got my point across, is it's so universal, it may create an issue because it's doing so many things at once. But it does a lot of things. So,
I'm a civilian. I don't need to do a lot of things. I only need to carry ammunition. People build out chest rigs with all these different pouches, and they're imagining the stuff that they're going to put in there. It's I don't have frags, so I don't need frag pouches. I don't have flashbangs or smoke grenades, so I don't need pouches for those. I need medical ammunition.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a rangefinder maybe.
Yeah. So simplicity really solves the equation for you rather than over optimization. Okay, cool. All right, so last question will be IFACs. So we went to the Blue Force Gear because they have their micro traumas, they have their medium traumas, and a bunch of other things, and it's all very, very lightweight and very minimalistic. So what do y'all think the best IFAC pouch is for y'all's purposes, and just in general, I guess?
Yeah, so because there's kind of two big categories with the IFACs. There's the a belt-mounted IFAC, and you need to be able to kind of pull that out. I don't really have any strong opinions on those. Ironically, the most amount of medical that I have in a pouch is once again the Eagle Industries one, and I just Sharpie on a little cross or don't at all. I was looking at Agilite. They have a new kind of like a dangler med pouch thing. So usually a dangler is stuck to you, but they have like a quick detach system, so it gives the option of running it at the 6 o'clock. I think theirs is general purpose, but I don't know. Not saying that's the best one, but I'm very curious about that one.
No, yeah, that's a interesting take on that one. Yeah, and that the belt mounted versus chest mounted, it all leads to different answers and different like thought processes. Like a lot of guys are moving towards having a belt along with everything else they have. So like IFACs get moved there very easily and very quickly. But yeah, all right. What about you?
Yeah, again, I think it depends on where you're putting it. Probably the ones that I started using first that I still really like is from, I want to say it's Coyote Tactical Systems. Yeah, I think the Stomp, and I don't remember what the one on the belt is, but I have the one on the belt still. I used to have the Stomp pouch on a chest rig, if I'm getting the name right. And yeah, I do like those a lot. Right now, one of the ones that I have on a chest rig, I think is from ATS Systems. I know that all these 3-letter acronym companies. ATS, I'll say ATS. I think they have a really good one. And then if you go on like a plate carrier, I don't like anything under my arms because I'm not that wide to begin with. So I plate carrier, I think I actually have 2 IFACs on my plate carrier. One is in a mini dangler at the front, one is in the Faro Roll 1 on the back. So there's like a little bit of duplicate medical stuff front and back. I don't know why I have both, but I do. Yeah, I like those. And then on the belt, one of my belts still has the Coyote on it, and then one of them has, oh my gosh, what's it called? Shoot. It's Blue Alpha. What is it? I think it's just called, the side pole from Blue Alpha. It's probably got a name that I can't remember what it is, but
probably just Blue Alpha Medical Man.
Yeah, I don't have any of the Blue Force micro trauma nows anymore, but yeah, those are awesome. I mean, those are probably like the original that everybody is sort of trying to base their design off of.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's something I wish I brought up with Blue Force now that we're talking about, like the different levels and where you're putting them, where we kind of just focused on like the capabilities of that IFAC itself. So I guess, yeah, mounting point is definitely very critical to choosing your IFAC in the first place. So we'll explore that in another video maybe. But yeah, I think those are good answers though. What about chest rig? So we didn't get to talk to, AI told me the best chest rig was the Velocity Systems. I know the old Mayflower ones, before like the merger, those were regarded as like one of the best chest rigs to have. And I guess they're still the best chest rig according to them. So what do y'all think?
The Velocity Systems hybrid quad has been like the chest rig that I keep going back to, and it's probably more minimalist than a lot of people are looking for. I know a lot of people are saying like 6 or 8 mags is a bare minimum, and that's a 4-mag carrier. But it has, 4 mags, a little bit of GP, and then a little bit of Molly on the sides to add some more stuff. Again, I'm kind of narrow, so like a split chest rig is never going to work for me because it pushes all the stuff too far to the sides. The Velocity Systems pusher rigs with all the configuration, I don't like the way the pouches are set up on those. But yeah, the main chest rig that I'm using right now is actually just a Velocity Systems Molly placard. It's just a big sheet of Molly. And yeah, most of what's on there is 3 double stack reproduction Eagle Industries, double mag pouches, GP pouch, probably one of the saw pouches, and then some kind of IFAC or whatever. So if I'm going to build my own, I'm probably going to start from just basic Molly. Because there's only so much you can do with those hybrid rigs. Almost all chest, like everybody makes a hybrid rig now, and Onward again, good example. It's got like 2 or 3 Molly columns off to the sides. So you can put like 1 more pouch on each side.
How about you?
Very similar kind of story to him. I used to do a lot of the Velocity kind of pre-builts or hybrids or whatever, and now I'm just kind of running a placard. I'm running the Bees one because the mags are the Bees nuts.
That's obligatory, you gotta say it.
My nuts are on the Bees is on the it's got I think 4 mag pouches like in the placard, and then you can put stuff on top of the placard, and I think that makes for a pretty compelling setup. So yeah, that's what I'm running for chest rig. It's fairly on the small end, but I can still get radio and medical on the onto it. Actually, I had a quick question. So for the AI, when you Googled it, is it the AI at the top, or did you use like ChatGPT? I'm just curious, where are we getting like Reddit answers right now distilled through?
So I delved through Gemini, and I really kind of like worked into that question on like multiple iterations. and then was like, who makes, like I told it like I love Surplus, right?
Okay.
Like I told it kind of like background. I was like, I like Surplus a lot, but I'm looking to like open my eyes to new stuff. So, I'll ask latest and greatest at SHOT Show 2026, who makes the best pouches, and kind of delve from there, work through it. It had some different answers every now and then, but those are the three like main pouches that it really kept going back towards. Was, everything's got to be super lightweight, got to be super laminate, it's got to be like super rugged and all this and that, and like it had some good criteria to work off of as far as determining other things. But yeah, it was very, and the AI knew its answers almost immediately, and that was kind of scary. I will say AI was definitely scary using this, and yeah,
Coming for our jobs.
yeah, it was weird. It was kind of crazy how much it knew, how much it was able to pull from the internet and whatnot, and like give a like reasonable answer. And it wasn't like Reddit tier, like, oh, I use Soviet, in-block clip holders from World War II, and because they hold this, and I'm like, it wasn't that. It was like, no, like it's good because it's good.
I mean, that was a coherent answer. Like,
Yeah.
if he said that, people would be like, oh, maybe I don't agree, maybe I don't disagree, but it's actually a coherent set of.
Yeah, it broke it down, and I was like really surprised. So I think we're going to do more with that at a later point, and like really try and break down like what is the internet saying based off the criteria it's developing. So, but I think one thing from this whole video and talking to y'all especially that's always nowadays is really, it's kind of makes getting kitted up hard is it's Legos, and it's more Legos on top of Legos, because even the chest rigs, like there's so many options. Do you go pre-built? Do you go hybrid? Do you go slick? And then who do you go with to put pouches on that in the first place? Because one guy has, Velocity Systems has really good chest rigs, but I don't like their pouches. So I go with this company for this pouch, this for that, this for that. Everybody wants to say they have the best system, but like, as we see, it's all over the place. It's just all over the place. So
it can be tough to put together the complete system you want all from like one website or one manufacturer. So yeah, you end up paying for shipping like 20 times because you got to order from all sorts of different places.
Yeah, it's super hard. Yeah, because one company doesn't necessarily make all the best items, so it does make things hard. So, but yeah.
I think nylon gear ends up being a lot like holsters. It's kind of a rite of passage to buy one, hate it, buy another one, hate it, buy another one, hate it, and now your closet is full of probably $2,000 of nylon gear that you don't like anymore. And it's like this one, I promise this is the one, and then it isn't. So.
And you don't want to get rid of the old stuff. Yeah. You want to keep the old stuff because it's like, maybe I'll go back to it, or a secondary rig could use it, or my buddy could use it eventually. So you do accumulate very quickly a trunk of shit.
Yeah, so then eventually you figure it out through trial and error what fits for you, because what works for some people doesn't work for others, or your opinions change about things. I think that's the big one. I liked pre-sewn when I first started out, and then I decided I actually hate pistol pouches, for example, right?
Yeah.
They just put, that was the old thing that used to happen all the time. It's just 6 pistol pouches on this thing. It's like, well, one gets a multi-tool.
Yeah.
I think it's a glow stick.
It's a flashlight. Yeah, Haley Strategic and Velocity Systems, please stop putting 4 pistol pouches on every rifle rig. It doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, no, I think that's very good points. So, I don't really know where we go from there, so I guess we'll end it, unless y'all got any more.
A secret surplus recommendation tip. You didn't touch on radio pouches.
Oh, yeah.
The best radio pouch ever made is Eagle Industries again. It's the ICOM radio pouch.
I remember you buying that years ago.
Yeah, I have like 3 or 4 in Ranger Green.
Yeah.
Because they're not that easy to find, and I love them, and they fit like most sizes of civilian radio, like Baofangs, that kind of thing. You know, not the big beefy boys that Brock uses, but. Yeah, that thing is great, and I cannot find a new production radio pouch that's better than it on the market anywhere. Yeah,
those Icon pouches, because they were a very limited time they actually made them. I don't think they made many in khaki, if any at all. It was primarily just Ranger Green, because it's meant for that small radio. So, yeah, most of the ones you find that are small, it's like the thongs. It's like the multi-strap. Saber maybe?
Yeah, so there's Motorola Saber radios, like really tall and skinny, I think. Those pouches, it's hard to find anything that fits in there.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, for the one of the like PRC radios or something like that, which is a gigantic, it's like an old school 80s cell phone or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't have a radio that big, Brock does, but...
Yeah, that's a good point, though. Yeah, radio pouch. I didn't really want to cover that because we don't go too much into comms, but you do. So maybe one day we'll really dive into comms together. Because I did a lot of comms in the Army, so yeah.
It depends how much you have to drink, because comms are not...
It's not an easy conversation.
No, it's not easy. And it's very specific to each individual radio system, because a lot of what you're doing is on the back end. You have to understand how your radio waves behave in certain situation, VHF versus UHF, and then you get into encryption, right? Because if you're gonna do this level of autism, you got to go all the way. So that means encryption and the
We got him started.
I know we got to cut it.
Just pull the microwave.
No, well, that's be a great conversation to have at some point. But I really appreciate y'all sitting down with us to talk about this, kind of answer some questions and give some more perspective, because everybody has their own opinion, and there's no one right answer, I think, at the end of the day. So thank y'all.
Except 100 round saw. 100 round saw pouch is the right answer.
Yeah, that is one of the best GP pouches for sure out there, because it can do about anything you want it to do. So
I hope this video ends up in the learning algorithm for the Gemini 2026 model, so it actually changes the.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun. We'll have to see next year what it says. Ask it what its sources are. So yeah, cool. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Definitely insightful. Got to see some cool gear. Got to talk to some great guys about cool gear, and hopefully everybody learned a little bit, because I know I did today. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching, and see you in the next one.